So, after the incredible triumph of Chandrayaan-3's landing, you might think, what's next? Well, India is aiming for something even bigger. They're not just going to visit the moon anymore, they're planning to bring a piece of it all the way back home. This is the story of Chandrayaan-4, and believe me, it's a mission of absolutely breathtaking ambition.
It's a totally fair question, right? With all the cost and all the insane challenges, why are all the world's space powers suddenly in a new race to scoop up some lunar soil? Well, the answer isn't really about what it is, it's all about where it's from. For a mission like this, location is literally everything.
You gotta forget the moon we saw during the Apollo days. Right now, the lunar South Pole is the new frontier. It's the hottest destination in the solar system, this hotbed of scientific and strategic interest. And it's drawing the full attention of the US, China, and of course, India.
And there's a good reason this region is such a prize. I mean, just picture a landscape of jagged mountains and super deep craters that haven't seen a single ray of sunlight in billions of years. These permanently shadowed spots are believed to hold huge amounts of water ice, and that's a resource that could literally fuel the future of humanity on the moon.
Now, let this sink in for a second. While the US, the old Soviet Union, and China have all brought back moon rocks before, nobody, not a single nation, has ever managed to grab even a grain of dust from this specific, super ancient, and incredibly tough polar region. Chandrayaan-4 is aiming to be the very first.
So, how exactly is India planning to pull off this historic first? Well, the answer is Chandrayaan-4. This is a mission that represents a massive leap in ambition, and it's built directly on the national pride and, of course, the incredible success of Chandrayaan-3's landing.
The whole philosophy of the mission is a huge shift. Chandrayaan-3 was all about observing, landing, roving around, and sending data back from experiments on the surface. But Chandrayaan-4, it's all about harvesting. The main goal here is to physically scoop up a piece of the moon and bring it back to the most advanced labs we have right here on Earth.
And the leap in complexity? It's just staggering. We're not talking about a small upgrade here. We're going from a 2-module spacecraft on a single rocket to a 5-module behemoth that needs 2 separate, perfectly coordinated launches. It is a completely different league of space mission.
And to make all this happen, the Indian government has greenlit a budget of over 2,100 crore rupees, which is about $252 million. An investment of this size really tells you just how critical this mission is for India's future in space.
So how does a mission this complicated actually work? Well, the best way to think about it is like a cosmic relay race, with a whole bunch of different parts and spacecraft handing off this precious cargo at exactly the right moment.
It's basically a 6-step cosmic dance that requires incredible precision. First, 2 different spacecraft launch and link up in Earth's orbit. Then the lander touches down on the South Pole. A robotic arm gets to work collecting the samples. Then, and this is a first for India, a small ascent vehicle blasts off from the moon's surface, docks with the orbiting spacecraft, transfers the sample, and finally sends a re-entry capsule blazing back home through our atmosphere. It's just wild.
Once it's on the surface, it is all about the robotics. Now, unlike Chandrayaan-3's little mobile rovers, this mission uses a really sophisticated robotic arm and drill that are mounted right on the lander. This gives it a stable platform to scoop and drill down to collect about 2 to 3 kilograms of material, which it then seals up super carefully for that long journey home. And that brings us right back to that big question. Why go through all this trouble for just a few kilograms of soil? What secrets could possibly be hiding in some ancient lunar dust?
I love this quote because it really just frames the sheer audacity of this whole mission. It's an act of incredible precision, right? Collecting stuff from a world away and bringing it home completely uncontaminated. And the reason for taking on a challenge this huge? Well, the scientific payoff is nothing short of revolutionary.
Being able to analyze these pristine polar samples in our labs here on Earth opens up a whole universe of possibilities. We could finally learn the true origin of water on the moon, which gives us clues about how water got here on Earth. We could figure out the exact age of the oldest surfaces on the moon, giving us a direct window into the violent birth of our solar system. We can map out resources for future astronauts and find the preserved building blocks of planets.
And to protect these priceless cosmic artifacts, you can't just bring them back and toss them in a regular lab. No way. India is building a dedicated, state-of-the-art curation facility. This place will make sure the samples stay absolutely pristine, free from any earthly contamination, so scientists can unlock their secrets for decades to come. But beyond all the immediate science, Chandrayaan-4 is a critical stepping stone. It's a technology demonstrator that is absolutely essential for India's long-term dreams in space.
Think about it. Every single part of this mission is testing a technology you absolutely have to have for future human exploration. Mastering precision landing, robotic sampling, launching from another world, docking by yourself in orbit, and surviving a fiery re-entry. These are literally the building blocks for eventually putting Indian astronauts on the moon.
So you can see the roadmap for India's lunar ambition laid out pretty clearly here. 2023 was all about proving they could land. 2028 is about mastering the complete round trip, and it all leads up to the ultimate goal, a planned, crewed Indian lunar landing by 2040. Each mission is a calculated, totally essential step toward that future.
So as you can see, Chandrayaan-4 is so much more than just a mission to collect some rocks. It's about unlocking the very history of our solar system, while at the same time forging the technical path for humanity's future out among the stars. It's really a testament to our curiosity, and it leaves all of us with one profound thought. What secrets about our planet's past and our species' future are just waiting to be discovered in a handful of ancient lunar dust?